Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the start of a new video, and as you guys can see by the title of the video, we are doing a get ready with me chit chat outfit check and all of that. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm starting to just wiping my face, just wiping off the excess oil that would have built up during the morning, because I washed my face in the morning and I cooked and I was just busy. I recorded a vlog before this, so I needed to make sure that when I do my makeup, my skincare is done, which I did in the morning. Yeah, and all of that. So if you are new, welcome. My name is Ntsoaki, also known as Naizavlogs, and to my oldies, thank you so much, you guys, for your love, your loyalty, your support, and everything else in between. We're gonna jump right into this video, you guys. Ready and just chit chat. I'll show you guys the product that I'm using. Nothing new, really. If you are a oldie on the channel, all the products here that I'm using will be familiar with, but I will show them. Going to jump onto my foundation, and this is what I'm using in the color 510N for Nelly. So you guys, what I wanted to chat to you guys about is just the fact that this year, or that I've realized that I've been giving too much of myself, right? I've been giving too much of myself in terms of time to people, and really not getting into the habit of or rather not doing the right thing, which is not giving too much of myself to people. I must just learn to not do that, period. I must just learn to sort of have a balance, you know, and really take all that energy and just focus on myself. And, you know, focus on myself in terms of improving myself, or just taking care of myself, you know, instead of just giving too much of myself to others, where where I'm probably not even needed by that person, or whatever the story is, but I'm just, you know, going on and just giving myself to people unnecessarily, while in the process I neglect myself. An example that I can make, you know, it's this thing of small YouTubers supporting each other. I find that I spend a lot of my time supporting small YouTubers. As we all know, that's what we all try to do, to support each other, because we know how hard the journey is for most of us, right? But I find that I've actually been going over and above, you know, which is something that I noticed, but I was like, I don't mind, because, you know, this is just me helping somebody else that is also helping me, you know, when they have that moment. But to be honest, you guys, I find that I'm actually helping or giving too much of my time to people on this YouTube streets, and I'm not getting the same support back. You know, it doesn't reciprocate, if that's the right English. So I made an executive decision as the CEO of this channel, or just as myself, you know, that going forward this year, I really am going to pull back a little bit and really just focus on myself and focus on my channel and focus on just growing myself. in all honestly, it's only because yeah, I realized that I'm just giving too much of my time to people and I'm not getting the same love back, you know. So yeah, yeah, so that's it. So if you are a small YouTuber and you're used to seeing me on your comment section a lot, this year things might be a bit different. As I said, the focus is going to be on myself and on my channel and just growing as a content creator. Maybe I will even see different results this year if I do that. Who knows? Okay, you guys, now I'm done with applying foundation. This is a very light makeup look. I really don't want anything heavy, so I'm not going to do too much foundation. I think I'm happy. Next, I'm going to conceal, and I'm using this L'Oreal concealer in the color 338. I'm just concealing for putting concealer on my eyelids, just to make sure that my, my eyeshadow is going to sit. Yeah, let's put some more here. Okay, and then we're going to highlight. You guys, I've got the wrong concealer. Oh no, it's the right one. Sorry, it's the L'Oreal concealer, but in the color 335. All right, I'm highlighting now. You guys, and also another thing that I wanted to touch on about myself that I thought I should share, because why not? It's just on my spirituality. I think I've been very vocal, or I have shared with you guys before that where I stand in terms of spirituality, but I don't think I've been very clear. So I thought, let me just be clear so that there's no confusion, you know, so that we are here. So in terms of my spirituality, I think all I want to say is that I am a follower of Christ. I'm a subscriber of Christ. I'm an ambassador of Christ. And let the church say amen. That's just where I am, guys. That's where I find myself spiritually. And it's been a very different journey for me. And there's a lot of unlearnings and learnings that has been going on in my personal life in terms of spirituality. That is why perhaps you will not see me, you know, talking a lot about that part of my life. That's the reason. I hope I'm making sense. But in terms of my spirituality, that is where I am and that is where I stand. This concealer is not light enough, but that's fine. I'm gonna go in with a brighter concealer in a moment. Not right now, but in a moment. Okay. Let's just do this part. Yeah, so if you've been wondering about my spirituality, that is who I am and that is where I stand. But I will also add that that does not mean that I'm Christian. For some people that might be a bit confusing, but that is my stance, and I really don't want to expand on that because, as I said, I'm still doing a lot of unlearning and learnings, and I really am trying to make sure that I don't just speak on things that I'm not confident of, or end up oversharing things that I probably should not be over, or rather sharing. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm clear, you guys. I'm not a Christian. As I said, I am a follower of Christ, and it's been such a beautiful journey, and I'm finding my feet in all of that, and it really has been an amazing journey, and I'm just glad and very happy to be in this home, if I may call it that, a home. Okay, now I'm applying this Black Opal foundation to contour. This is in the color beautiful 151 bronze. Don't know if you guys will see it. Yes, that is the color. And then I'm going to apply the setting spray, and this is the setting spray that I'm using. I'll be using 2 setting sprays. It's that one and this one. I like both of them. Another thing that maybe we can chat about, it's the over 40 or 40 plus YouTubers taking space on this Red app. Okay, especially in terms of South African YouTubers. I will tell you guys that when I started my channel, right, I was very intimidated when I was doing my research. Watching YouTube videos was me doing research. It was part of my research, which actually helped, you know, when I wanted to create my channel. So before I even started, I went onto YouTube to see, okay, what is going on in this YouTube and who's doing what. And then I discovered the vlogging and lifestyle content, and I was very much drawn into that type of content, right? I was very, very much drawn into that content. And upon being drawn on that, then I went into following and subscribing and researching onto South African YouTubers. And my findings were that, I could be wrong in terms of numbers, but like 90% of South African YouTubers are young. They are young. They are 30 below, most of them. There are people in their 30s, maybe early 30s. There are a few that I know that are over, 1 or 2 actually that I know that are over 35. But the rest are youngies. So imagine how that made me feel. Well, personally it intimidated me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, there really isn't space for 40 plus YouTubers. Maybe it's not gonna work. I wouldn't attract anyone. And my assumption was that the consumers, that the people that consume YouTube then in South Africa, it means it's young people. Mostly this lifestyle content is young people, because young people will not relate to me then if I start my channel. You know, that was my assumption, and that really did intimidate me, you guys. But it didn't stop me ultimately, because we are here today, right? It didn't stop me from creating my channel, but it definitely did give me scared vibes. I was scared to start. I really was scared. I was very intimidated after finding that out. But here we are today, you guys. Here we are today. So I'm gonna go in with a brighter concealer, which is by Catrice in the color 018 Cool Rose. I'm going to contour. We've already applied the Black Opal contour, but I'm also gonna go in with this one on top after blending in this one. Makes sense? Yeah. So yeah, you guys, so that was my experience when I started my YouTube channel, when I wanted to start my YouTube channel. You know, when I was doing my research, I found that it was just a lot of young people, and I was very demotivated, because I thought, oh my goodness, nobody's going to relate to me. My channel is not going to go anywhere. But as I said, here I am today, and I realized that there are people that are my age that are also creators. If you've watched my previous vlog, 1 or 2 videos before this one, you would have seen that I did meet up with Nomsa and Joey. They are YouTubers who are 40 plus. Some of you might not know some of them. What I will do is I will link their channels in my description box down below, so you guys can subscribe to them if you are keen. But also, I think this message is for you as a 40 plus aspiring content creator or YouTuber. This message is for you to say that there is space for us. Come join us. Let us take up the space and let us give people what they want. Because also, as a consumer of YouTube, I also find myself searching for a lot of creators that are my age, and I'm not finding a lot of them, you know, that people that I can relate to, you know, in different ways, whether you've got kids or whether you don't have kids like I don't, that type of a thing, you know, people that do similar things that I do. And that is not to say that I don't enjoy young people's content. Or guess what, honey, I consume a lot of lifestyle content by young YouTubers, whether they are popular or not. you know, but I definitely do consume a lot of of YouTubers who are way younger than me, and I find myself enjoying it, which is strange, but I do. I won't lie, I do. So that's how we speak in South Africa, guys. For my international service, that's how we speak. We say so yeah a lot. So I'm going in to do my eyeshadow. I'm using the same bronzer because we're going for a very simple look and nothing hectic at all, just something cute and classy, and yeah, for our day-to-day girlies and for the girlies that don't like a lot of makeup, this look is highly recommended by me. Here we go. And another thing, guys, when it comes to your insecurities, like I told you guys, my insecurity was that I didn't think that I was going to have space in this YouTube streets because of my age, right? Besides that, the other insecurity that I had, which really I can't blame anyone for, it's things that I struggle with that, you know, I had to firstly recognize them and decide what I'm going to do. So with those insecurities, am I going to allow them to stop me from going for my dreams and starting my channel or what? So the other insecurity that I had was the speaking fast thing, and I hope in this video I'm not speaking too fast. I speak so fast, you guys. I don't know. I think I'm even better. When I was young, I think it was worse. So I speak so fast. So over time, as I've started my channel, which is one thing that has helped me, was to practice to speak slowly or be conscious of trying to speak slowly, because I also tend to swallow my words when I speak, and it made me very conscious, or rather insecure, because I remember back in the day when I got into corporate, one of the things that one of my mentors was trying to coach me on was to try and do public speaking, because it's going to help me with my speaking and all of that. Had I taken that advice back in the day, this wouldn't be an issue. But you know what? I find that having started this YouTube channel, it has helped me to improve on that. It is still work in progress. I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but we are getting there. And I also just want to say also that I have heard and seen a lot of people saying that they're scared to start their YouTube channel. They've got an insecurity because they don't speak English well. What I will say, right? What I will say is that as Black South Africans, we still have that obsession with speaking English well, or speaking English with a twang. It's a thing in South Africa, guys, if you're an international side. It's a thing. It's such a thing in the Black community in South Africa that if you don't speak English very well, you are laughed at. We clown, and you know, and all of that. And that's one thing that really makes me upset. It makes me so upset, you guys, because come on, there's historical background. I get it, that too, where mentally as Black people, why we are where we are today regarding the English language, why we glorify the English language. But you guys, we've gone through all of that, and it's 2024. Until today, you want to tell me that we're still going to laugh at each other because you can't speak English. There are people that till today are insecure of speaking English, or still laughing at each other for speaking English. Come on, you guys. Like, come on. That just needs to come to an end. Somebody dear to my heart once said she will never start a YouTube channel because a YouTube channel requires you to speak polished English. My heart was so I just didn't even know how to convince that person, you know, otherwise, to say no, you can start a YouTube channel and speak your broken English, like we call it in South Africa, and people will love you. You'll find your people. I mean, the rest of the world not speaking English is not a thing. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. We all know it. We've seen it. Some European people don't speak English. We see it in soccer every day, internationally. We see those people don't know a single word of English, and nobody laughs at them. Why do we still do that in 2024? Black South Africans, come on, you guys. Leave this thing out. Oh, you articulate yourself so well, but I don't see us saying the same things when it comes to our own languages. How much I was trying to hey, what I was trying to you know, we don't have the sense of pride when it comes to our languages, but we still want to glorify the English language. Guys, come on. English language is not a measure of intelligence. I've said this on my channel before, and you guys know that. So I never ever want to hear anyone saying that they don't want to start their YouTube channels because Abadzi was nonsense. You can come here and speak your mother tongue and get a big following. And I think that's why also I might be speaking too fast. Let's breathe. I think also that is why I love TikTok. You know, TikTok has actually broken down that nonsense. You know, it actually has, because I find there's a lot of vloggers, South African vloggers, a lot of them. Those guys don't speak polished or twang English. They don't, and they're big. And also what TikTok has done is open doors for Kasi people. You know, there's a lot of Kasi vlogs that I see on TikTok that are realistic and real, and it's normal and it's real. And I know that some people are insecure to start their channel also because I don't have an aesthetically pleasing kitchen. I cannot smack cattle. I'm like, honey, no, and no. You're robbing yourself of greatness and pleasure, because you probably are going to be so great here with whatever that you have. I'm not even going to call it a little, because whatever it is that you have to you might be so big. So you don't even need to come here and worry about those aesthetics in terms of lifestyle. There are lifestyle content creators worldwide that are doing village, a day in the life of a village girl, as an example. In December, we see a lot of people going to the, back home, Islali in the villages, and they're doing their vlogging for that, and it's big. People love that. So if you think that you need to have a smack kettle in order to make it onto lifestyle YouTube, please change that mindset, because I own to you. There's no such. Those days are gone. People buy that and it's big and it's their thing. What are you going to do? Now you're not going to start your channel because we're now on a washing machine. You better start that channel, my dear, and draw inspiration from TikTok if you're not finding inspiration on YouTube. But there is, I can tell you that for free. There is a lot. There's this lady, I just don't remember her name, and also I'm on a social media break, so I can't go to her channel. She's a big TikToker. And she's big. She also has a YouTube channel. I actually just enjoy her mostly on TikTok and on Instagram. On YouTube, I'll be lying, I don't watch her vlogs, but she's also big, but she's not as big as on TikTok and Instagram. On YouTube, but she vlogs her lifestyle, and I see a lot of that content coming up, and I love it so much for our people, because guys, realistically, honestly, truly, we know that people of color in South Africa are marginalized still today. Economically, we're not doing so great. There's poverty in South Africa. So why do we think that YouTube should only be for people by sim poor? And I can understand. So then how are those people supposed to also enjoy the benefits of improving their lives via YouTube or any other social media platform if we're going to keep on looking down on them? So yeah. Let's set our face. I don't want to preach. I was just saying, don't let those small things get to you. If you want to start a YouTube channel, please start a YouTube channel. Draw inspiration and motivation from other people. Those people that I've mentioned. Not the people that I've mentioned, the type of content creators I've mentioned. Go into TikTok and just search Kasi vlog or whatever. Or you will see. You will see. I like doing that before I apply powder. That is just to help with the creasing of the smile lines and under eyes, to avoid that. And yeah, you guys, and maybe let's just talk a little bit about my plans or goals for this year or going forward for 2024, because I really am not a vision board type of a person. I'm a goals type of a person. So personally, and for a very long time, look at that, my goal, my biggest goal and my number one goal will always be to grow spiritually, right? To get my relationship with Christ right. That will always be my biggest goal. Because as I understand and I know it, I don't know how to even phrase this. If you understand that we are living in the end of times and what Revelation reveals in the Bible about the end of times, you will understand that we are living there. So, as kuthiwa lungisa indaba yakho noJesu, direct translation is fix your relationship with Christ. So that's where I am in terms of my goals, spiritual goals. So that's what I want to see. That's my biggest goal, my number one, in fact the most important. And just to touch on my content creation, I'm just going to dust it off right now. I'm not going to let it sit. Sometimes I do let it sit, well, most of the time I do let it sit, the powder. So in terms of my channel, my plans is also just to introduce this. I don't know if I'm going to call it a segment. We will see as time goes. Yeah, we probably will call it a segment of me doing more of these videos, which is to get ready with me. I'm going to do a couple of videos and I'm going to see how you guys receive them. If they do well, I will push them. But sometimes, yeah, I'll see. Even if maybe they don't do very well, which is not what I hope for, of course. I'm not trying to jinx myself. I'm just saying that should they not do very well as I hope, I think I'm still going to continue, because sometimes we need to do things that we love as well for our channels, because it might not be a lot of people that appreciate that, but some people will appreciate it. So I will do it for me and a few of you who might appreciate these videos, you know. Yeah, it's not going to be like on a weekly basis or something. Probably just going to be once or twice a month, just so we've got enough content. Just setting the rest of my face. I was gonna put on lashes, but I think I'm deciding otherwise, because this is just a very simple basic look that you can wear when you go to the office, or rather a practical brunch or dinner makeup. Maybe for work it's a bit too much, yeah, and I get why. So I don't think I'm gonna do lashes. Actually, yeah, let's not do lashes. Yeah, and those are my plans. And also the biggest plan or goal is for me to really focus on my finances. You know, it's something that I've just been battling with for a long time, if I may overshare, but just to get them in order. And when I say in order, I mean in terms of having like proper savings, you know, proper, guys, like proper savings, that type of a thing. I do have savings and investments, but they are nowhere near where I want them to be. So for me, that is also an important goal that I have for myself this year and going forward. And I'm going to highlight. I'm using the MAC, what do they call this thing? Hey, it's so old on, you can't even see the writing at the back, but this is what I'm using. You get it from MAC. I've been using, oh sorry you guys, sorry about the neck. I've been using this product for the longest time. And are you also like me? Because I find sometimes that I do make goals, but especially long-term goals, and I don't follow through. And I don't follow through, you guys. I don't know if you've experienced that. Yeah, so that's also another thing that I really want to work on, to say, if I've got a 5-year plan, I need to make sure that even if it's 5 years, from today that I check in. I make sure that I'm still pushing that goal to make sure that it comes alive, you know, comes into fruition, whatever the English says. Sliding up. Yes, I just put on more setting spray, but also I put on mascara. I don't know if you guys can see here also, because I love that. Some people don't love it, but I do. And you will also notice that I didn't highlight my nose and do that little thing, because as I said, this is just a simple makeup look for the simple girlies. You don't want it to be too much, but if you want to go over a little bit overboard like me, because I'm that girl, you guys know me, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I would normally highlight and put on lashes, and I'm that girl, honey. You guys know me. Yeah, and yeah, I'm done with this makeup look actually. And maybe one more thing that I want to chat to you guys about in terms of my goals is, if I may overshare a little bit, is just working on my relationship with my mom, because I think I find that as she's getting older and we are far from her, it's almost like there's a little bit of a drift, you know, between us. So she and I were having a conversation actually the other day exactly about that, and that's something that's also so dear to my heart and so important for me to get right going forward. I don't want to say this year, because I don't think goals and dreams and visions and whatnot should be based on the year that you are on, like on a new year type of a thing. I think it must just be a regular thing or a normal thing, whether it is that you want to improve on something or start a new goal. I think you can do it any time. I'm just not a fan of just doing it in the new year only type of a thing, you know. Yeah, but that is my chit chat for this makeup video, you guys. I'm gonna try and do more of these, and sometimes we can chat about important things, sometimes we can just chat about nonsense, sometimes we can just not chat and I'll just put music and then we'll just talk about the outfit and the makeup and the hair. So let's move on to the outfit, you guys. I'm gonna wear the outfit is a dress, and then I'm gonna show it to you guys. Okay, are we together? And if you are enjoying this video so far, you guys, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And again, if you're enjoying this video so far, please consider subscribing, because this channel is very nice. Okay. I'll see you guys just now. Guys, here is my outfit of the day. It is my royal blue and white dress from Fashion Fusion. This is it. This is the outfit. This dress is from Fashion Fusion. It's a shop. I think they've got stores countrywide. You can find it anywhere. And then these Sunnies, I got them from the streets of Johannesburg. And let me show you guys my sandals. And these are the flops that I'm wearing from Mr. Price. And this is my easy outfit. I don't have any earrings on purpose. I'm just wearing these two rings that I love besides my wedding ring. Yeah, and this is the outfit, you guys. Tell me what you think. Let me show you the the full fit while I'm standing. Let me show you guys.
Protecting my peace for so long, a little too good, now I'm so low.